Good morning, guys. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to sit down and answer some questions that you guys have. I had realized, well, actually rewind a little bit. I asked on Instagram if you guys wanted an assumptions video or a Q&A, and you definitely wanted a Q&A. So I'm here to answer a bunch of questions, and then I was looking through to see when the last time I filmed a Q&A, and it was actually during Vlogmas, so it has been a while, so we are due. I did attach a Q&A at the end of my first trimester recap video, but that was more pregnancy related only. So I figured I would answer your guys' questions. Thank you so much for sending in questions. There are many of them to go through. This might be a longer video, so grab yourself some coffee, tea, water, snacks, whatever you would like, and we're gonna go through these questions. They are in no particular order. I know Larry's gonna come in at some point during this video and maybe answer one or two that are for him as well. So let's begin. Question number one, are you planning on getting newborn photos done professionally? You know, the ones with the cute little poses. Possibly. I really haven't thought that far into it. I do know the iPhone takes really good photos, but yeah, when a professional does them, it's on a whole nother level with the little newborns and the baskets and all of that. I haven't thought about it. I would love to do that though. So my guess is gonna be yes. Have you started decorating a nursery? So exciting. We have not started decorating, but big update, all of the furniture in that room is now gone. Jackie and Bob, our family friends, came and they wanted the furniture. We wanted to get rid of the furniture, so it was like just a perfect situation and such a nice relief that the room is now officially empty and we can start with the repainting, the redecorating, and just begin doing his room. So haven't started, but it is now empty and we can begin. Are you and Angela going to have play dates with your babies? Yes, I mean, that is definitely the plan. That will be so fun. It is very wild still to think about all the times Angela and I hung out. We've been best friends since 6th grade. And now our babies are literally 2 days apart. Who knows with when their due dates are, you know, going to be. Our due dates are scheduled to be 2 days apart, but you never know with pregnancy. You might go into labor early or late or blah, blah, blah. So we'll see. But yeah, definitely are going to have play dates. That is going to be such... I might start crying. Larry, I might get all emotional seeing Angela's baby and our baby playing together. Angela's going to be like, oh God, Mindy, please don't start getting emotional and weird. But honestly, I probably will. It'll be an emotional moment for me. One thing you can't live without. Okay, so if we're talking like in the grand scheme of bigger things, Larry and my family and my friends, like yes, that would be my answer. And my pets, my babies, my fur babies. If you're talking about like a materialistic thing, the thing I'm most addicted to and use constantly is this, and water. But EOS lip balm is always with me. I have to have a lip balm. Larry, what's the one thing in life you can't live without?
Mickey.
Thanks, babe. And if it was besides like that materialistic item, like an item.
Ice cream.
Ice cream for Larry. There you go. It's ice cream. Let me know in the comments below one thing you guys cannot live without. What kind of names have you been considering for the baby? So, great question. All over the board with the names. I would say more of traditional, I think. Would you say traditional, hun?
Yeah.
Well, then some of them, though, weren't. So, it's more of, there's no theme really behind the names. It's more of just names that Larry and I like and that have meaning to us, and it's all over the place, guys. And I know a lot of you are asking if we have picked the name, and no. And the answer will be, we will not have the name until we see the baby and we look at him and decide if that is his name and that fits him. Until that happens, no name set in stone. Are you going to do ISR, infant resource swimming, for your little one? Very popular in Florida. Myself and Larry have decided since like day one that he will be in the infant swimming lessons because we have a pool, my parents have a pool, and yes, we live in Florida and there's lots of ponds, lots of lakes, lots of oceans. Well, there's one ocean, and the Gulf. So definitely for us, very important. So yes, the answer will be yes to put him in an infant swimming class. Larry, this is a question for you if you want to come in.
I do it.
Okay. Does Larry like history?
Yes.
Seems like he'd enjoy it. If so, what's his preferred area to read up on? You might have to come right here because you're going to be in complete blurred focus.
How's that?
Good. We have to be even-headed, otherwise one of us will be blurry.
La.
And you are important to be in focus.
Ooh. That's like that commercial.
Okay, so you go ahead and give your answer. Preferred area of history.
I enjoy American history. But I know a little bit about European history too, so I mean it's not all inclusive that's the only one I'm interested in. But American history, really from the start, which is fascinating when a bunch of guys leave one country, come to another place, and form a country and come up with the Bill of Rights and all that. That's just amazing. But yeah, I'd say American history.
Yeah. If Larry wasn't a police officer for a living, he would have wanted to be a history teacher. He would have been great at it.
Maybe.
You would have been great at it, for sure.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Are you worried about women mom-shaming you after having baby? I expect it. Like,
we get shamed before having baby. Our cat gets shamed.
Our poor Luna got shamed for being overweight. So, of course it's going to happen. And it's already happened with, my relationship with Larry, with how much I purchase, what I eat, what I don't eat. It's just how it goes. So is mom shaming going to happen? Absolutely. But I would ask you, like, don't worry about me. But in general, moms are just trying their best to do what's best for their family. And at the end of the day, I just would never judge another mom. The mom is doing their best. That's all I'm going to say. Not always. I know there's circumstances where things are like, oh my goodness. But in general, I would never nitpick something that a mom was doing and tear her apart for it. I just wouldn't do that, So anyways, am I worried? No, I'm not worried because I already know what's going to happen. So that's okay. That's the internet for you. It's an open platform, and that's just how it goes. Did you ever have a bachelorette party? Yes, I did, in Sandusky, Ohio. It was a lot of fun. Oh, and I went somewhere else. I had like a part two. I went to Sandusky, and then we stayed in a cabin. Where did we stay? Was it Hocking Hills? I don't think it was. No, it was somewhere where Gina knew. We stayed at a house. I don't remember. Tells you how fun that was. I don't remember. Well, I remember certain parts, but there's parts that I don't remember, and that would be where we stayed. I know we started off bar hopping in Sandusky, and then went to the house and had a really fun weekend. It was a really great time. Top 3 things you're looking forward to this year. Okay, I need to think about that. Number 1 is having our baby. Number 1. Absolutely. Is it weird to say? Everything's baby related, I guess. Halloween with baby and Christmas with baby. I don't know, becoming a mom. I don't know. There's so many things, all definitely related around baby. And babe, what about you? 3 things you're excited for this year.
Baby number 1.
Okay.
Warm weather coming back.
Oh, I dread to see summer Floridas, but I'm happy you love it. Yay. There you have it. All right, sciatica pain, 34 weeks pregnant, and man, I'm miserable. What do you do for yours? I am right there with you. Holy moly. Okay, first of all, my sciatica used to be on the left side, go down my left leg, and it was painful. If you guys don't know, I do have the whole lovely herniated discs in my L4, L5, and S1, which is putting pressure on the nerves, which is causing sciatica pain, and I also have herniated discs in my neck, C3, C4. So I do have a little bit of those, lovely combination of some problems. I was getting shots for my sciatica, and obviously I can't do that now that I am pregnant. So that was one way that I was managing it, plus stretches. There are certain stretches that really help with that, so I highly encourage you to look up sciatica pain stretches. But I will say, I can't sit here on screen and say that I've done them and they don't help. That's not true. I've done them, but once a week or once every 2 weeks. That's not going to help you. So if you have sciatica pain, you need to be consistent with your stretches. There are certain ones that really, really help. And there's also exercises that can highly irritate what you're doing. There's a weird limit of if you're on your feet too long and too much and walking too much, that's going to irritate your sciatica. If you lay in bed, that's going to irritate your sciatica if you're in bed and sitting too long. So there's a fine balance between that. And then there's certain exercises that I just can't do, like donkey kicks. That was one of my favorite workout exercises to do. I cannot do those because the way it works, it's pinching the nerves in my spine, and it's terrible. So I would encourage you to see your doctor because that's what I'm going to be doing. I don't know if I'm going to have to start therapy. I know they wanted me to do therapy and I should have done therapy, but guys, it was really expensive. I was going 3 times a week and the price tag was up there with my insurance. And I was like, I just can't see doing that. But I am going to talk to my OB. I have an appointment coming up and I'm going to let them know, hey, my sciatica is kind of really increasing, which is to be expected. I know a lot of women end up getting sciatica for the first time during pregnancy. Mine I've had prior and it's just getting really bad. And I'm currently, as I'm filming this video, I am 20 weeks pregnant and I'm like, it's bad now. How is it going to be when I'm much larger? But we're managing. We'll see. I hope you feel better. I know that it is a struggle and it does not feel good, but I definitely encourage you to talk to your doctor because maybe you can do physical therapy. Hopefully they can give you a printout sheet of certain exercises to do. That's kind of where I'm at with it too, and I completely understand your pain. Where will guests stay once your little one arrives? Will you still have an extra bedroom? So no, we will not have an extra bedroom once little one arrives. This is a 2-bedroom, but we do have a couch that pulls out into a bed, and we could utilize that. We also have a full or a queen size blow up mattress. That's also an option as well. So, and then I know I got a lot of questions about if we're going to move house to get a bigger house. No, not right now. We are not. That is not the plan. Maybe in the future, yes. We're okay. We'll figure it out. Theme for the nursery, XOXO, love watching your videos from Ontario, Canada. Well, thank you so much for watching and love to you as well. We do have, I wouldn't say it's a specific theme. I'm not going to show you guys though. I have decided that I want to do a reveal of the nursery. It is going to be so hard for me in vlogs not to update you guys every second. I already did in this video. I already updated you and said that everything is out of the room. It's an empty room right now. But I'm not going to film or tell you guys little updates until it's done. But I am going to film those updates and then put it in a video and then do a reveal. So we'll see. I have a couple of themes in mind, but then there's a couple things that really don't match the theme. We'll see. We'll see. Coming soon. Sooner than we all think. It's going to be here before we know it. Does cleaning make you happy? I wouldn't say cleaning makes me happy, but the feeling, oh, sorry, I hiccuped. The feeling once something is clean, yeah, that makes me happy. I feel much better when my space is organized and clean and uncluttered. Sometimes if I'm in a mood and I'm I just need to clean and jam out to music, I'll get that way. I'm going to have one of those days over the weekend. The whole closet in the master bedroom, everything needs to be pulled out.
Sorry, could you say that again? Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
Suri decided to come in on this conversation. I'm sorry, I was not talking to you. Sorry about Siri. Is it Siri or Suri? I think I said Suri. It's actually Siri. What was I saying? Oh, I need to do the whole bedroom closet, tear everything out of there and get it all sorted. We have the hardwood floors. That's what I was saying. Our floors haven't arrived yet. If you guys don't know, Larry and I are ripping out, well, we're not ripping out, but we're having all the carpet ripped out of the house, all the tile floor ripped out of the house, the laminate floor that's peeling up in the kitchen ripped out, and we are putting vinyl flooring. That's a very neutral color that goes with creams. It goes with darker colors, browns, whites, whatever. It hasn't arrived yet, but the whole reason I'm telling you guys that is I need to organize that bedroom closet, go through stuff, donate stuff, get rid of stuff so that it'll feel organized. And then once that task is done, mentally, I'll feel much more clear. I'll feel so much better. But doing it, I know it's going to cause a huge mess in the bedroom and it's going to stress me out. But the aftermath of cleaning is always so good. Let me know in the comments below if cleaning makes you happy, or is it the aftermath of the cleaning that makes you happy, like sitting in a nice clean room. Are you sad you won't have a baby shower? This was another big question that I did address over on Instagram. So if you missed it, I am not having a baby shower, and a lot of people were asking why we chose not to have a baby shower, because you noticed Larry and I have been buying a lot of stuff on our own, and we're saying you shouldn't do that because of the baby shower, and I just had to let you guys know we weren't having one. The reason we're not having one is we're in Florida. The only people that are really here are myself, Larry, my mom, my dad, my brother, my grandpa. So it's just, my whole family is in another state. Most of my friends are all in other states, scattered in Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. And it is just, it just seemed like too much to put on people. I don't know. I feel awkward talking about it, but we just decided not to do it. And yeah. Oh, are you sad you won't have a baby shower? I guess I explained that I wasn't having one, but I didn't answer if I was sad. I'm not sad. It's okay. I'm very content with the decision that we had made, and we're all good. How is your mom's wrist? Can we get an update? Love your videos. Thank you so much. Yeah, a lot of you guys were asking over the last several months how mom is doing. As you guys know, around Christmas time, my mom fell off of a ladder trying to decorate for Christmas and completely fractured her wrist, and she had to have surgery. She has a whole metal plate in her wrist from like here to here, and screws in the wrist that are permanent. She's not having them taken out. That's there to stay. She's doing much better. She can use it normally. Sometimes she says if she puts weight on it, like if she's washing the floor on her hands and knees and she puts weight on it, it kind of gets uncomfortable. But in general, mom is doing so much better, and thank you guys for asking. I thought Larry was still behind me. He is gone. Oh guys, I bought a new water bottle. This thing is like oh shoot, I ripped off the sticker. It's it's double the size of my other ones. And it keeps your stuff really cold for like 24 hours and hot. Great. Found it at TJ Maxx, no Marshalls, one of those stores. How old will you be when the baby is born? I'll be 30 years old when the baby is born. How's your skin doing with the pregnancy? The clearest it has been in a very long time. I can't even tell you the last time I've had a pimple, and I am so happy about that. I'm really wondering if baby has changed my skin for good, which I'm hoping, or if baby has changed my skin for good during pregnancy, and then my skin is going to completely revert back to what it was pre-pregnancy. I was also on a lot of hormones, but even when I wasn't on hormones for IVF, my skin was still doing not well. It was breaking out a lot. I had a lot of cystic acne, like cheek acne through here. It was really rough. You guys saw for a long time. But whatever it is and whatever it does, we're just going to take it as it comes and deal with it as it comes. But right now, my skin has been wonderful. I have noticed my scalp and my face is not oily either. It used to be very, 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 very oily. And now, since pregnancy, and it's probably the hormone changes, my skin isn't dry, but it's like, it's right in between, like perfect, where I used to literally, guys, no joke, wash my face by midday. I could wipe my finger across my forehead and it was greasy. So that was pre-pregnancy. Now I don't have that issue. I feel like a perfect balance. So baby has really balanced my skin. So thank you. Has the spotting stopped? Yes. As you guys know, I told you that I had spotting and they put me on pelvic rest, and I have had no spotting. I had it, when was that? The end of the middle of the first trimester. Did it happen around 10, 11, 12 weeks? I freaked out. It scared me. They put me on pelvic rest, and then I was fine for a little bit, and then it started again, and I haven't had it in several weeks. So much better. And then I'll just need to confirm that I can be off of pelvic rest when I go for the 20-week scan, which I'm 20 weeks today. Today, as I am filming this video, is Friday. You guys are seeing this tomorrow. And my 20-week scan is on Monday, which I'm so excited for. And also, Larry will be able to come with me for the first time ever in any of my appointments. Because of COVID, he wasn't able to come in with me for IVF. And they're still doing that in the OBs too. Like, the only time the partner is allowed to accompany you, or a companion, it doesn't have to be a partner, is the 20-week scan. And then, of course, during birth and labor. Did you buy a Doppler to listen to baby's heartbeat at home? I decided not to do that. A lot of you guys recommended that. And then the pregnancy app that I have on my phone kind of said, I really wouldn't, because it can put unnecessary stress on you if you can't find baby's heartbeat. And I'm just trying to, I just decided not to. I know a lot of people do, and it's really fun to listen to the baby's heartbeat and check, and I just didn't want to be anxious if I couldn't find baby's heartbeat and scare myself unnecessarily and scare Larry, and I just didn't want that. But either way, if you want to purchase it, by all means, but I just didn't want to. Do you ever get uncomfortable filming and vlogging in public? Glad you do it. Thank you. So when I first started, oh my gosh, I couldn't even have Larry in the house when I filmed. And that was in our own house, and that is my own husband. I was so nervous. In public, here's a big tip for you, and this is what I do. I used to be, but I just go with it. Like, the amount of people that are holding up their phones and taking pictures and cameras, I mean, vlogging is different. Like, you do get a lot of looks, especially if you're going to the grocery store and you're holding a camera out and you're vlogging. You're gonna, sorry, I hiccuped again. You're gonna get a lot of looks and a lot of stares. But here's what I do. Here's my little trick. If you're not looking at everybody else, if you don't make eye contact with them and you just stay focused on your task and what you're doing, you don't see everybody else around you that's looking or pointing or looking at you and then saying something. Now, I do notice it when I take it home and I edit it and I see people behind me like looking at me and then talking, and then that's when you notice it. But as long as you're in your bubble, of course, be aware of your surroundings, but as long as you're paying attention to like what you're doing, I just try not to let it get to you. I mean, everybody does it nowadays. Films, takes pictures. Even if you're not filming with a camera, a lot of people are holding up their phones, taking pictures. Not in all settings, clearly, like the grocery store, for example, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm much more comfortable doing it now. I really don't think about it. Don't let yourself get in your head. And also, the other tip is sometimes I won't take my camera in because that draws a lot more attention. Draws a lot more attention. And I'll film right on my phone. The sound quality on the iPhone is not the best, but the quality is great. So if you're like going into Home Depot and you want to film like little things, but don't want to be like, hi, here's my camera, your phone is a great thing to use for that. And it's a little bit discreet. Do you find it awkward around Larry's friends being much younger? Not at all. Like, I just kind of blend in with all age groups. I always have. And I don't find it awkward at all. Some of Larry's friends are some of my best friends. For example, Bob and Jackie, which a lot of you guys were asking if they were family. I mean, basically, but not by blood. They're actually Larry's friends that are now our friends as a group. And a lot of you were asking how we met them, and Larry and Bob worked together. And then Jackie hosted a work get-together at their house, and that was the first time that I had gone to an event with Larry and met like all of his coworkers, and I was so nervous, guys, and they were all so sweet and so welcoming. I was like, oh, these people are gonna hate me, they're gonna judge me because I'm like 30 years younger, and I just thought it was gonna be a disaster, and they are the nicest people ever, and it was just an easy click. So I don't find it awkward at all, and I just kind of co-mingle. And that's the same with Larry. Like, Larry loves Angela and Hillary and Lucas are coming for a visit, and it's just, we all intermingle so well, and we're very fortunate, and I'm very thankful that we have that. Was it difficult coming out with your age gap relationship? Yes, and I have spoke about this in the past and in previous videos earlier on. I kept Larry and I's relationship a secret for about a year and didn't tell anybody. I finally told my mom. My best friend knew, Angela, and then I told my mom, and then we worked on telling like my dad and my brother and like the family. And then even on YouTube, guys, if you remember from early YouTube days, or even if you go back and watch videos from when I first started YouTube, you will not see Larry in any of those videos. I was doing a lot of primarily like sit down unboxing videos and stuff like that. And then a lot of people kept seeing me talking to somebody on the other side of the camera, and you guys became curious. And I finally, I think after a year of being on YouTube, don't quote me, I finally introduced you guys to Larry. But it was difficult. We were happy and we are happy, but it's everybody else that it's like you have to, I was worried about what everybody else would think. And that's the advice that I give a lot now, because a lot of you guys will DM me and ask me like, how do you do it? Blah, blah, blah. And it's so hard to take the advice now. And even in the beginning, I don't think if somebody told me, if you guys are happy, don't be nervous. Like, just go for it. And easier said than done because everybody has their opinions on it. But here's what I will say. If you and that person are happy and you guys are in the relationship for the right reasons, and I have said this before and it has triggered a lot of questions, what I mean by that is not all people in an age gap relationship are in it because they love each other. There is hidden reasons as to why, and that doesn't have to be just with an age gap relationship. That can be relationships in general. I'm just going to put that out there and be blunt about it. There is sometimes hidden reasons why people get together, and that can be hurtful to the person that has no clue. If you guys are in it for the right reasons and you both love each other, that is all that matters. And sometimes you'll get support and sometimes you won't, and it's going to be okay. Just expect your family to be concerned and your friends to be concerned because they have that right. Like, give them that right to look at that relationship and be like, are you sure this is what you want? And then when they get to know that person, they'll fall in love with that person, or maybe they won't, but you still love that person. Either way, if you're happy and they're happy and you're in a safe relationship, that person is treating you well and they're in it for the right reasons, then go for it. But yes, was it hard? Yes, it was in the beginning. Are you going to film your 20-week ultrasound? I would love to just have the whole thing filmed. I don't think they're going to let me. I will ask if I can film it. I do plan to film the day, whether that's going there and then updating you guys on how the appointment went, or if I actually get to film inside. Most likely, I doubt it, guys. I don't think they're going to let me film the ultrasound. How do you and Larry make it work with the age difference? I need advice. We never really had to make it work. It just did. Larry and I just gel. Like, we just click. There was never anything where I was like having to make it work. The most I would say, like, if you're struggling with the relationship, ask yourself what the struggle is, why you're struggling, and be open and honest and talk to your significant other about those issues. The best thing that you can do if you're not seeing eye to eye is talk about it. Don't hold it in because that person can't hear your thoughts. I'm classic for that, where it's like you're frustrated with something, so you're just not going to say it, and you're going to get an attitude and, you know, do your own thing and fold laundry in a stupor and get all sassy. That doesn't work, and they don't understand. They can't hear your thoughts. So, you know, talking is the best solution. Just that would be my advice. When will you see Angela next? Love seeing you guys together in the vlogs. Thank you. Our plan is early June, which would be a month before our due dates. And a lot of you guys were asking when I am due. I am due August 19th. I don't know if I've ever said the date. I'm sure I did. But we're planning to see each other in very early June as our like last hurrah before the babies come. So I'm very excited. When do the new floors get installed? We're waiting on materials to arrive. And then once they arrive, they'll deliver them to the house. Then they have to sit in the house to acclimate to the temperature and just the house in general, I guess. And once they settle, then they'll come in and install them. So I'm not really sure because the material hasn't arrived yet. Do you want to breastfeed or formula feed? This is a great question. So my plan is to breastfeed. Will that work? I don't know. I know breastfeeding is quite a journey, and sometimes babies don't latch, and sometimes there's just difficulties with it, and they switch over to formula, and that's fine. And my stance with that is I'm not here to judge anybody whether they're breastfeeding or using formula. Not my place to ever judge. I would never judge somebody that did that. I don't see it that way. I just see it as you're feeding your baby. However you feed your baby is good, is fine, is okay, period. So I just want to say that. Not so that you guys don't judge me just in case I go with formula. And I will be honest, my plan is absolutely, I want to breastfeed. But if I formula feed too or do substitution, that is 100% okay. And I will be honest with you guys and let you guys know that. So I know that that can be quite a judgment with moms and new moms, and I don't understand the judgment. I don't like it. I don't know. How is your tattoo doing now with your How is your tattoo doing now? Your belly is growing. Worried about mine. I have not had an issue yet. So if you guys don't know, I have a tattoo just under my rib cage, and it goes down just my whole left side of the rib. I've had no changes to it as of yet. And yes, belly is definitely growing. All right, so that is all of the questions. How long have we been recording? 40 minutes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've been here for a while. Guys, if you're still here and you're still watching this Q&A, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sending in amazing questions. And I will see you guys again in the next video.